and aloha, noodle heads. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what time it is. It's time for Noodle Chat. That's what time it is. If you guys are still awake, it is 1:16 where I am, so it's probably even later where you are. But thought, gotta do Noodle Chat. I said I was gonna do it. I said I wanted to do it, and I hate to not do it when I tell you guys that I'm going to do it. So, welcome. I will hold on a second and see some of you guys show up because I know it takes a while. Get out, get the alert going. But while we're hanging around, I'll go ahead and say this is what we're doing tonight. Noodles, noodle soup, spicy kimchi. Spicy kimchi. I got that one, and I got hot and spicy. So, but I really felt like doing the spicy kimchi tonight because I think I've said to you guys later before, I love the spicy kimchi. It's my second favorite. And then it would be the shrimp. There's a spicy shrimp that I like. But there's some other ones that I like, but they're hard to do on the ship because when I'm working, because they don't come in the packages. You know, I like these things that you can nuke in the microwave. And if you can't nuke them, you don't have a container, then you need that little bowl to cook in. And I really don't have a place to cook. So some of the really good noodles that they have in the stores, just I can't take them out here with me. So we're doing these tonight. I'm not even sure. Is this going out? I'm not sure this is getting out. Oh, something showed up. Hey, how's it going, guy? Just all of a sudden, 24 people showed up. I thought, am I doing Noodle Chat to nobody tonight? I would do that because I'm about to eat these, but I'm hungry. Hey, what's going on? Going on, guys? Thanks for showing up. I don't know if you guys saw the noodles tonight. I'll do this one more time. It's the spicy kimchi, and then because they had them, I got these too. So we may have two Noodle Chats this week. So you guys are still up and around and awake, huh? Good to see you too, Jacob. Thanks for popping in. I'm not sure if the signal is good. Is the signal good? Is the Wi-Fi all right? Are you getting it okay? Hey, Alan, because if you're not, I can restart this and try to get it going again. So, how we doing on the Wi-Fi? Are we doing good? You guys all right? Because it looks like it might have froze. I'm afraid it might have frozen. I think it froze. All right, wait. Okay. Beck says signal's great. Okay, good. Sometimes I don't know. I can't always tell. Sometimes you guys move up and down, and sometimes the pictures come across, and sometimes the hearts and things go up, and I go, I don't know exactly what's. Oh, see, there's it. That lets me know that you guys are watching. All right, thank you, Kenneth. Oh, so everybody have a good day. Everybody have an all right day. Hey, Jenna, what's going on? Lee, thanks for coming on. Consistent but not HD. I'm all right with not HD. Because when I download this, I'll put it on my YouTube channel. It's a lot easier to upload when it's not in HD. Alan says, coming in good in Southern California. All right. Woo-hoo. Yeah, the ship that I'm on has a lot of movement tonight. So if I'm doing this, it's because the ship is doing this tonight. So I apologize for that, but thanks for hanging out. My jet's lost. Oh no. Let's see, today, oh, that's right. Today is, I've lost track of days. Today was Sunday. Today was a great big sports day, wasn't it? Lisa says I slept all day. That's always a great Sunday. Yes, I'm in a cruise ship. That's what I think. You can actually see my luggage behind me. I had 2 shows tonight. A lot of motion in the ocean. Don, thanks for coming. Yeah, 2 shows tonight. So good. I was so happy with them. And got 2 more tomorrow night. We have a sea day tomorrow, so we'll be out at sea. And that always makes it. If it's sunny, it'll be great because people by the pool will have a good time. If it's cloudy, people have not been by the pool, they've been in the rooms, and then by showtime, they're like, make me laugh. So, sea days can be iffy. Shanna says, no, you're loaded. I don't drink. I've got water. I have got my water. What? So you have to figure out. Because sometimes when I turn the camera around so it reads right, everything's backwards. So I want to go, hey, see. So I got my water, and noodles. What did you guys have for dinner tonight? Something decent? Was it good? I know the Janet, the missus, said that she was cooking steaks out. So she had steaks. I'm having noodles at 1 a.m. Still going strong. Yeah, they get cranky sometimes out here on the ships. People tend to, it's their vacation. They want to have fun. They want it to be great. And in the bad weather, And then you hear about these things where people complain, I'll never sail this again. Carnival had better weather. What? The ship has an effect on the weather. Okay. Did you get your water from Puerto Rico? Oh. No, it's all good. Twyla says, I need to catch one of your shows. Yes, you do. Al, what's going on? Good to see you. Al's got a picture of noodles. There's the noodles tonight. So I don't think I did talk about Burt Reynolds dying last time. That to me hit me so hard. I was so shocked that Burt passed. He's one of those guys that you kind of just hope would live forever. And with Smokey and the Bandit, he will live on forever. But, Burt was a really, really good actor. He was a really good actor. And I don't know why he fell out of such favor. He made such good movies, Deliverance and all the Smokey and the Bandit and all those movies, Stoker, Ace, and did good movies. And then all of a sudden, he was just like gone. And I've never understood that because, he'd make the comeback. He'd come back and he would do, like Boogie Nights, or that he'd come back and do something else that would be like, oh, maybe he's back. And then he'd make a really crappy movie. But I've never understood why he didn't stay a major star. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that just continue to make good movies their entire career. Clint Eastwood, I don't know if you guys know the story, but Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds got fired on the same day back in the 60s. Burt was on Gunsmoke, and Clint Eastwood was on Rawhide. And they both got fired on the same day. And look how their careers kind of went, going great. They became major stars, but Clint just kept on going, and Burt just sort of fell. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? That never made sense to me. It's like, did people just stop going, get me the Burt Reynolds type? Because he was always good. He was always funny. He was great in, what was that? The football movie. He made a football movie with Adam Sandler. He was great in that. So I just never figured out what. Best Little Whorehouse. Again, one of my favorite movies. With Hard Candy Christmas. When Dolly sings Hard Candy Christmas, it gets me every time. The Longest Yard. That was it. The Longest Yard. He was great in The Longest Yard. you guys like longest yard. You guys remember he made good movies, but then he would make like these crap movies like Cloud 9 about volleyball. You're like, you get a video store and you go, when did he even make this? I always thought maybe it had something to do with Lonnie Anderson. Remember when he was going through his divorce with Lonnie Anderson? I think maybe it was just so horribly bad that it just blew his mind, or maybe it just cost him so much money that he just like, I've got to make crap movies just to pay the bills. But yeah, Dolly and Burt and Best Little Whorehouse, they were a fantastic team together. Hey, you have my hair. Shannon says, I'm not trying to badmouth Burt. What do you, did I miss something? Did something go by? He was pretty good in striptease too. Jenna says, Lonnie Anderson, I agree. I just never, he could have been like De Niro. De Niro keeps making movies. De Niro just plays the tough guy, plays the same thing. Burt Reynolds could have been Burt Reynolds, just doing Burt all through these movies. Burt was great in westerns. He was Hooper. There's another one. He was great in Hooper. JB, what's going on? And I read on Facebook that they were doing a Smokey and the Bandit back in theaters. They were putting it back in theaters in some towns still, because it was so like, oh, Smokey and the Bandit. Shannon says, was some of it his own doing? Well, that's possible, But I don't know, because he always seemed to be a great fun guy to be around. When he was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, oh, so good, so funny. Gator was awesome. Sharky's Machine was pretty good. Then next thing you know, you got 1.5 Cops or whatever that movie. Gator was good. Gator, yeah, Frank, you're right. Gator was good. See, there was a lot of, and then all of a sudden, boom. How do I get so many noodles in the bowl? No, this company, that's one of the reasons I like this. This company fills the bowl with noodles. I mean, this right here, you will never be, go away hungry with these noodles. Burt was the king, should have had 1 Academy Award for Deliverance and Starting Over. I agree. Yeah, Starting Over was good too, with Jill somebody, I can't remember her name, but she was good. Yes, you're definitely going to have to buy these noodles. Al said, how'd you get the name Mudflap? Mudflap was my radio DJ name. When I was doing morning radio in Denver, it was Mudflap. And people were like, why'd you let him change your name? You did stand-up for all these years, and you put out albums under Steve McGrew. And why did you want to be something else on the radio? And at first, I didn't. At first, I fought it. And then I thought about, what's the difference between going to a TV studio and playing another character in a sitcom, or going to a radio studio and being a character on a show? So I just kind of went, okay, Mudflap works. I don't care. I'm getting a paycheck. I like it. I'm paying my bills. Marissa said KYGO. Yep, that was the station I was on for. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad. I keep thinking we should warn the kids about Deliverance. Kids, there's a really, really bizarre sex scene in Deliverance. And for the time, Oh my God, it blew people's minds. Seriously, blew people's minds. That's how long, yep, that's how long. The Wolf, however, is still, the Wolf is gone now. When I moved, I moved over, I left KYGO and I went to the Wolf for 2 years. The Wolf now is officially, see ya, they're gone. They're no longer a country station. They have turned into a sports radio station. They got bought out by, is it Kroenke or whatever his name is, that owns all the sports teams. I keep telling a lot of the people in Denver that they need to bring on air a classic country station, like classic country. There's a station I found, I think it's in Iowa. It's called The Outlaw, and I love it. I listen to it online all the time. They play classic country music. They play some of the brand new stuff that sounds just like country. People I'm like discovering because I've never heard of them, but they play new stuff, and then they'll play like some of the like 90s and stuff like that, 90s country. But you might hear anything from a 1960s song all the way up to something that just came out last week. But it's country. It has no sound at all like any of the pop stuff that you hear on KYGO or the Bull or any of those other things. And Noodles. I tell them, you need to bring this station to Denver. Some of my radio friends that are still, I go, this station would make money in Denver because there's people that want to listen to real country music. Adults want to listen to real country music. Yeah, am I right? Yeah, am I? Shannon says, remember Stormy? Oh, yeah. Stormy wasn't on there long when I got there, but Stormy was still there when I moved to Denver. Rich says, love Larry. Thank you. Larry's one of my favorite things to do. This would have been good for your cold, especially the spicy. It's doing my nose right now. I can feel it all up in my nose. Al says, radio's gotten to be a really tough business since all the digital and online stations. Yes, Al, and here, let me tell you something. Years ago, probably 8 years ago, I went to them and I said, this is exactly what I said. I go, we need to do something because kids aren't listening to radio. They're listening to their iPods. They can get music off of iTunes or Pandora or Spotify. And that's why they start, well, we need to play more music. No, you don't need to play more music. They're getting music. What you need is entertainment because they can get music anywhere they want to. They don't have to listen to radio and listen to the same 10 songs over and over. They don't want that anymore. So what radio needs to do is become more talk, more entertainment, more fun, because they should come to radio for the things they can't get on their iPod. No. Our research shows. Your research is old as shit, and you're not moving with the times. And that was one of the biggest problems that radio has done, is stayed in the past. It should have, and I told them, I said, we should be like a podcast that plays 4 or 5 songs in the morning. People can get the music wherever they want it, but they should turn to us for comedy, stories, news, and they were like, no, music, it's all about the music. No, what was all about music is, what I found out is you guys get paid to play songs. You make money when the music gets spent, because there's only like so many companies that own the record. They own the record companies, and they own the radio stations, and they own the media. So it's all tied together, and they don't really give a shit anymore. if you listen to radio, half the people aren't any good. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean, I've got friends that are still in radio, but listen to a lot of radio stations. At $10 an hour that they pay somebody to go, hey, it's a quarter past the hour, and here's the new one from Luke Bryant. And that's it. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to have any personality. Or this is the other thing I thought was so funny that I used to argue with them about, is they'd be like, hey, you guys aren't talking about Dancing with the Stars. And I'd be, because I don't care about Dancing with the Stars. Here's the deal. There's two people in the whole world. There's people that like Dancing with the Stars, and there's people that don't like Dancing with the Stars, okay? That's the two groups. And if you liked Dancing with the Stars, you watched it last night. You're not telling them anything they already... So why do that? Why, I don't... Does that make sense to anybody? I was like, people have already seen it. They already saw the show. So why am I talking about, hey, did you see the show last night? Wasn't that great? No. And then you're going to lose half the people that don't care about Dancing with the Stars. So why not just be original? Twyla says, when I first saw Larry, I seriously thought you were a real liberal snowflake. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Right here. I'm so right-wing, if I was a bird, I'd fly in a circle. So, yeah, so I think that's where I'm glad Paul's back. Michael, I agree. Paul is a great radio DJ. Paul Donovan, the professor, when I was on the air with him, he is a great radio DJ. He's got personality. He's got the voice. But I think they're not using him to his ultimate talent. But I'm definitely glad he's back. He adds something to that radio station. I've tried to listen to the morning show at KYGO. I just, the music already makes me cringe. I mean, New Country makes me want to tear my ears off. And so when I started listening to the two talk, I can't remember her name, and the Australian guy, I'm like, this ain't working. This ain't working. Christy said, need some new episodes of Trying Stuff. Soon, very soon. Janet and I bought some new things that we're going to shoot some video for. We were going to do it last week, but I was only home for a couple days and didn't get a chance. But we got some great new things for Trying Stuff. Sean Parr's got a good voice. Sean Parr has a great voice. I don't have that radio DJ voice, but what I always thought when I would listen to playbacks of our show is that you could pick me out because I've got like there's this country twang thing. So I think that worked for me on the radio because I was just being me and I sound like this. And I remember one time when I was still on the radio, I was standing in line and I was on the phone at the post office. I was in the post office and I was on the phone. And I hung up the phone. This lady behind me goes, "Are you Mudflap?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, I recognized your voice." So in radio, it's good to have a recognizable voice, whether it's a, hey, I'm Sean Parr, or hey, everybody, or know what I mean, Vern? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? So, people ask me if I would go back and do radio. It really have to be music that I like I said, that could be the classic country, like an outlaw station where you just can be an outlaw. You can actually, don't worry about what you're saying. Let people come to you. That's the other thing that bugged me toward the end about radio was they're like, remember who your audience is. Remember who you're talking to. Well, how are you supposed to grow an audience if you're only talking to those people? If you're only talking to the same people, how are you supposed to bring in people? I think you should be bigger than you are. I think you should be who you are. You should be just wild and crazy, and people come to you and not just, oh, how's everybody today? I'm so glad it's the same 16 people listening to this 5-minute time break in the hour. Thank you, Michael. That was a good show. Callie, Jonathan, and I were a good show. Mary says, kind of digging the noodle time. First time doing it. Well, thanks, Mary. We appreciate it. We just sit here, eat noodles, and chat like this. We just talk about stuff and topics and what's going on in the world and my world and your world. And the people that watch this on a regular basis know there's rules. We start with the noodles. We say what we're eating. And the rule is, somebody want to tell her the rule? I'm sure you guys know, when the noodles are gone, the show is over. That's just the way it works. So sometimes the show can be like an hour or more, and then other times when I'm really hungry, like tonight, this is the first thing I've eaten all day. Well, not true. I had some popcorn for lunch, and but I was starving. So this is what I'm having, and I'm eating it pretty quick because I'm hungry, and it's late. I know I'm glad you guys are sitting up with me. I can't believe that I'm still up, but it's what we do. You guys probably back toward California, and matter of fact, we should do that. Everybody that's here, put in your state, just so everybody can see what we're doing. It's fun to see where everybody's from that's watching Noodle Chat. Bill, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. I think we may have a little bit of freeze again on the Wi-Fi. Oklahoma, we got Oklahoma's in the house. California. Steven says you have a cast iron stomach. I think I do. I eat a lot of spicy foods. Twyla, Texas. Colorado in the house. Texas. Gotta love Texas. Colorado. Of course, Michael. Burbank, California. I used to stay in Burbank, California a lot when I was doing shows in LA. My friend Charlie Marco had a house, and I would rent out, sort of stay at his room when I would come to LA for months at a time. So Burbank was sort of a second home for a while. Your own talk radio show. Screw Facebook and Twitter. I agree. But that's one of the reasons I like coming on and doing this with you guys, is because I do feel like this is our show. That's the one good thing about Facebook Live, is it's our show. We can talk about what we want to. We don't have to be totally, not always. I don't want to cuss too much, but something slipped out a while ago, and I appreciate that you guys went, So there's South Dakota, Florida. A lot of Texas is up tonight. I appreciate that. Texas, our Texas, all hail the mighty state. Texas, our Texas, so wonderful, so great. Boldest and grandest, withstanding every test. Oh, empire wide and glorious, you stand supremely blessed. God bless you, Texas, and keep you brave and strong, so you may grow in power and worth throughout the ages long. Texas. I don't even know if Colorado has a theme song where I live. Oh, I know a lot of Tex. I think I had to learn that song because I grew up in Texas. I think you had to learn that song in elementary school. Does anybody else remember that? Does anybody remember where you had to learn your state song? Did any of you guys have state songs? Because Texas is in a lot of songs. I mean, you out in the West Texas town of El Paso. There's another Texas song. T for Texas, T for Tennessee, oh T for Texas. Have we frozen again? And we're just kind of sitting there. I never know with you guys. So there's 34 of you. 34. That's pretty good. I think the most I ever had at one time on a view was when I did a live on Twitter. I did Periscope off of Twitter, and because I've got like 60-something thousand followers on Twitter. All these people showed up that had no idea, like, who are you? What are you doing? What's Noodle Chat? Why are you doing this? That was kind of fun and interesting to do. But I like to do it over here on Facebook because this is where it started. You guys are the original. You were the goats. You're the goats. You're the OGs. You're the original gangsters of. Hey Gregory, what's going on? Good to see you. All my exes live in Texas. And Texas is a place I'd dearly love to be. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Rosanna's down in Texarkana. You're the OG Noodles. Hunter, what's going on? Glad to see you at Noodle Chat. I know I do it at such weird times. Come on home. I need to get down there again. I dropped in a few months ago, to visit Mom. Just about maybe a month or so ago. Michael says, I have a pic of me and you at Clint Black signed CDs at Walmart. That was, man, I remember that. We stood in line for a long time. Was it like a midnight thing? It seems like it was really late at night. I remember doing it at Walmart because Clint was in the back room in the warehouse, and he kept putting it off and going out. But I remember that. I hadn't been at KYGO that long when that first happened. Lisa said, hey dude, what's the deal with Brad Garrett banning conservative comics? Yes. Lisa, Brad, who I've known for years, and Brad, who I thought was a friend of mine, and he wrote me a really nice letter about, hey, I've known you for years, you're a really funny guy, I've always found you fun to be around, but, I just can't have you because you're a Trump guy. He says, I don't feel comfortable having you work in the club because you're a Trump supporter, and things are horrible in this country and it's all Trump's fault and I need to take a stand and blah blah. It was a really nice letter, but he just said I can't work his club anymore because I voted for Trump. And it's his right, his club, but I think he's making a mistake. And if you've ever looked at Brad's Twitter feed, he really has Trump derangement syndrome bad. So I hope it doesn't affect him or his career or his club. His hatred of us, I guess, you know what I mean? I can't, Lisa, your post has more on it. It says see more, but I can't, it won't let me touch it. So I'll go back later and I'll read some of the comments that I've missed. I do that a lot, so. Yeah, I think it's his loss. He's a really good guy, and I didn't say anything. If you guys don't may or may not know this. I didn't say anything for a long time. Even the Washington Post contacted me. The Denver Post contacted me. They all wanted me to do a story about this, and I said, no, I'm not going to talk about it. And the reason I didn't want to talk about it was because his movie, Christopher Robin, was coming out, and I'd seen the previews, and I loved the movie Christopher Robin. It's really good. I hope you guys saw it. And I didn't want that to affect Brad's movie. I didn't want to put out bad publicity for Brad, because I didn't want to affect the movie, because I loved the movie. Like I said, I saw it before it came out, and I just wanted the movie to do good. And I love Ian McGregor. Is that a gold nugget ring? No, it is a skull ring. Oh, was it something I said about? Yes, I took the higher ground. Thank you, Mike. That's the way to put it. Lisa says, do the interviews before his show premieres. Yeah, I know he's got a new show coming out called Single Parents or something like that. But, you know, I don't really care. This is the other way I looked at it. He canceled my work at the club, and I immediately took another job on the ships, and I made more money than the week I would have made with him. So him saying, I'm going to let you go this week, I'm like, okay, I went and made more money. So it's all good on my side. You know what I mean? You guys are saying something about the Nike thing. That's another thing that was just bugged the crap out of me. You know, it's brilliant. The more I thought about it, it bugged me at first. The Nike stuff bugged me at first. And then I realized what brilliance it was, because how many of us shared Nike memes? How many of us made memes? I did. I actually made some funny ones. So everybody made memes. Everybody was sharing Nike. We're talking about it. We were all sharing it and making fun of it. And what do they say? There's no bad press. I mean, there is, but the slogan is there's no bad press. So they were getting a ton of free publicity. So now all the kids that think they're hardcore, they're going to go buy those shoes. Whether you're, you know, you, me, or somebody in their 40s, 50s, 60s, they're not going to buy the shoes. But now they're going to sell them out the yin-yang to all the younger kids, because I am protesting. I'm wearing Nikes. They made themselves almost a cool brand again. So as much as I disagree with what they did and who they chose, I think, but you know, it's some brilliant marketing. The Al Bundy one cracked me up too. Yeah. Michael said, I used to have one of the comedy CDs of yours that you signed for me. Oh, did you lose it? I still say Nike paid Kaepernick to start it. There's no telling what got the whole thing started. You know what I mean? I heard because I don't know. I don't pay attention. But I heard the whole the knee thing was by accident. His whole knee thing was not even a planned thing. Mom, Marissa says, I'm a mom and I refuse to buy Nike. Well, I have to say, I've never owned a pair all my life. I have never owned a pair of Nikes. They're not here, but I have a pair of shoes that I bought in the 90s. I have a pair of Shaq. They're just called Shaq high tops. They're white and black, and I bought them in the 90s, and I still wear. They're my gym shoes. They're wore up and tore up, but they're my favorite gym shoes. I'm not gonna. And I think I got them for like $30-$40 at the time. I'm not paying $200 for a pair of tennis shoes. I was one of those people all through the 90s that I would fight anything that had a name on it. I've never understood brand people that buy brands and then wear it on the front. Like, this was a free t-shirt. I wear this because this is Stubbs Barbecue. This was a free t-shirt, so I'll wear it. But I'm not going to go pay $50 for a shirt. Hilfiger. Why am I going to pay to be your billboard? You should pay me to advertise your stuff. I never understood why people want to pay to be somebody else's walking billboard. Kendra says, I've got a cup for Liberal Larry. Direct message me through Facebook and I'll tell you my P.O. box for sending stuff like that. Michael said it was the one with the two women. Oh, yeah. Michael, that was my CD. It was called Too Much Man for Just One Woman and Other Lies. Oh, I used to love Kenny's shoes. Kenny's was great. There was Tom McCann. There's not as many shoe stores as much as it. It's funny you guys said it. I hadn't thought about that in a while. There's not as many shoe stores as there used to be. Actual. Now you're just going to run over to Target and get a pair of shoes. You're going to go to Walmart and get a pair of shoes. Or there's some of the hiking places that might have shoes. But it's tennis shoe places. There's very few. And when was the last time, when was the last time you got your foot actually measured? That a shoe salesman said, put your foot in this and slid that over and slid this up and said, this is the perfect fit for you. I think one of the reasons people are so grumpy and they have back pain is they don't have good fitting shoes anymore. Kids were good. PF Flyers. Payless. I used to like Payless. I used to buy a lot of shoes from Payless because of BOGO. And you could go in there and shoes were like, $12 or $15. And then you got another pair for $6. And then you had this buy two, get one free. So there'd be times, seriously, I'd walk out with like 6-8 pairs of shoes for, $30. And now you go in there to Payless and the shoes are $30. The shoes are $35, $40. And then there's BOGO. Well, I don't want to pay $40 to begin with, so I don't care about this other pair of shoes. So I have not been shopping in Payless. The shoes that I have on right now, I'm gonna take them off and show you. These shoes right here, they're new. I just got them. I love these shoes. They fit great. They're Perry Ellis. See that Perry at size 10. Perry, because that's how you know they're new. I got these at Ross's for $19. $19. Perry Ellis. I don't know how much these would be in the regular stores, but if you look for deals, you get a deal. So I wore these on stage tonight. $19. Perry Ellis. But it doesn't say Perry Ellis. Yeah, Hannah, thanks. That's a good name. And they are brand name shoes. I think people just, you need to look for deals. I don't think people shop the way they used to. I was always raised, I guess because my mom taught me, is that you shop. You don't just buy. You shop. You look for things. You go, I like those, but I'm not totally sold on them. Let me look around. So you shop. You go, I like the price, but I think I can get them cheaper over. Look around. Facebook will let me watch, but I can't comment on live feed, but I can chat, but they're blocking me. You know, this is Facebook. Somebody else wrote me today that they couldn't comment and they couldn't share. They wanted to share something, but there was no share button on one of my memes. So it's amazing what Facebook and Twitter is doing to people about, you know, I don't know if it's me they're blocking, or they don't like you. Maybe you share too much, so they take your share button, or maybe it's me, they don't want you sharing me. I think there's so many factors that go into these things that they're screwing themselves. I think both Facebook and Twitter should just open the doors. Just free. Discuss things, fight about things. If you don't like it, argue. If you don't like it, unfollow. If you don't want it, don't comment. But just everybody should have that voice. Everybody should have free speech. If you don't like it, don't do it. But it's crazy. You know, we're in the weirdest freaking time right now of people being, you know, oh, that's hurtful. That's why I posted the meme earlier that said too many people confuse the truth with being mean, because the truth does hurt sometimes. It does. And I think if you don't tell the truth, then things slide, and then it slides again, and then it becomes almost the truth because it's just been out there for so long. People assume it's the truth. So we're in a horrible place. I think you should just, as my dad used to say, tell the truth, and you won't get in as much trouble. Shannon said, my grandpa was a cobbler and Granny worked at a clothier. So you know deals, you know good clothes, good shoes, good products. Michael said, can you still buy your CD? I think you can, Michael. I think that CD, Too Much Man for Just One More, I don't have any anymore, but I think that you can get that one on either Amazon or iTunes. And look up Uproar. Is it Uproar? I think it was Uproar. Or it might have been Laughing Hyena. I'm not sure. Just look up, because I did albums for two different companies, Laughing Hyena and Uproar Records. So, I see that my thing just let me know that it froze. It froze. And I'm done with the noodles. So you guys know the rules. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I finished the noodles. We got a weird connection anyway. So thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Michael, I hope you can find the CD, Too Much Man for Just One Woman and Other Lies. And I have another one that's out now. It's called One Sick Puppy. So you can find that on iTunes right now for sure, because they had an ad for it not long ago that I saw, One Sick Puppy. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you enjoyed it, share, please share. Put this on your page, and other people will know to come watch it next time it's on. So good night, Hannah. Good night, Rosie, Twyla, Michael, all you guys. Mary, thanks for doing it. And you know, I love hanging out with you guys. You're the original noodle OGs. We got the chops. These aren't gang signs. These are chopsticks. The original OGs. Noodles. All right, man. Love you guys. Share it. All right? Share. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Good night, everybody.